Good morning, day 40, steaming coffee. Oh, look at that. It is snowing like crazy outside. We got several more inches, and I'm so glad to be inside with my nice hot coffee. And I am not going anywhere today. Hopefully nothing drastic comes up that I have to go out, but I plan on staying right where I am, where it's a nice toasty 68 degrees. All right, let's see what's for breakfast today. Let's go over to my refrigerator. So last night we went out to dinner, and it was very tasty. And I still have all this food. I have the avocado. Still have my coconut water. I did not have a smoothie yesterday. I think I only ate half my veggie burger, so I think I'm going to have that for breakfast today. Because why not? You don't have to have a certain type of food for breakfast. You can have breakfast for dinner and dinner for breakfast. So I still have my squash soup. Don't have much in the way of bread. Half a slice of marble rye. But I may eat that later with a piece of cheese. I don't know. Still have my salad and 3 avocados. So still plenty of food. And I think I'm going to go into my freezer and get another hash brown patty to go with my veggie burger. All right, I'll meet you at the stove. These guys are so funny. What are you two waiting for? You already had your treat this morning. Yes, you did. Do you need another one? All right, Mama will give you another treat. How's that? Is that good? Where's your little sister? Where is she? Where's Lizzie? All right, I'll get you a treat. Well, here we are again. I do hear one little birdie singing. I had to laugh. One of my viewers made the funny observation. It was hilarious. She said, these all look like gnome hats. And she's right. I need to put a gnome face on my cover for my grill. Wouldn't that be cute? All right, well, it's cold out here. Another gnome hat. Very large gnome hat. So thanks for that. They gave me a good chuckle. So my little friends are going out in this. Boy, I'm glad I don't need to use an outhouse. You got a snowbeard. Oh my. There it is, breakfast day 40. I put a little bit of garlic aioli on the bun. And this veggie burger is from Applebee's, and it was really good. So I was going to tell you too, a lot of sandwiches come with these picks. And I save these because what you can do with them, if you make yourself a big sandwich, you can use them for that. Or if you're making a charcuterie board, you can use these picks to put in your cheeses. You can put labels on them and put them in your cheese. So there you go, just a little tip of something free that you can use for something else. All right, I'll be back in a little while and we'll talk about something else. I'm baking bread this morning with my Cuisinart bread machine. I've had that for years. Dusted it off, brought it out since I have very little bread left, and I have lots and lots of flour, lots and lots of yeast. So bread machine bread it will be, and it'll be tasty. So this is the bread flour. I'm using this quick rise yeast, and we'll see how it turns out. So here's the bread recipe I'm using, this Tuscan style bread with herbs, and it's on the King Arthur bread flour bag. The only difference I'm making, I'm going by what my machine said, and I'm using 3 teaspoons of rapid rise yeast. And instead of the herbs suggested here, the Italian, I'm using garlic and herb. So makes 1 large loaf. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, be back when it's done to show you how it turned out. Well, I'm back in my kitchen because this is where I am all the time. Well, most of the time. Got my spatula in hand and another Alchemist recipe I'm going to try. Now, I haven't had much success making plant milk yogurt, but I thought I would try this and see what happens. So let me show you what I have. Okay, so here I have the coconut cream that was left over, and this is just the cream part. I don't have any sour cream, so I want this to remain thick. I don't want it thin. I also have some coconut milk yogurt that's relatively thick, but not like sour cream. So, since this has probiotics in it already, I'm going to try and add the two together and then let this ferment just out on the counter. Now this is cold right now, but just let it ferment out in the on the counter for a day or two and check it and see what comes up. So I don't want to add too much of this. Oh, this is like cement. I may have to let this sit out for a while. But anyway, that's the idea. So this is just hard. So I'm going to break this up and come back to this in a little bit when it softens up. So I'm opening my vegan pepperoni that I thawed, and I had wrapped it in parchment paper and then in foil and steamed it, but I'll be darned if I can remember which recipe I used. I'll have to look through my recipe stash. But this is what it looks like, and it's fairly firm. So I'm going to cut into it. And it doesn't look much like pepperoni. Maybe next time I'll try putting some coconut oil in there, but I'm going to taste it and see if it's even close. So let's see. It has a really good texture. Could use a little more heat because pepperoni has that little bite to it. So when I find the recipe, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. But this would be good on a veggie pizza. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to go find something else to do with myself. Well, I'm really missing having ranch dressing, so I'm going to try and make my own, and I'm having a lot of fun rediscovering all my kitchen gadgets. So I have this container with this little mixer thing. No idea where I got it. I've had it like forever. So what I want to do, I don't have buttermilk, but I do have my yogurt, and I have mayo, and I have unsweetened soy milk. And then in my spice thing, I have this garlic ranch. And none of this is vegan, but it is vegetarian. So I'm going to wing it and put in some of this stuff. Now, I want to save a little bit of this yogurt for a meal, but I have like, oh, maybe a third of the container left. So I'm going to put some yogurt in here. And I don't want to make too much because I don't know how long this is going to last. We'll see. So I'm going to put some mayo in. And I just have like, I have one head of romaine. So I don't have that much salad left anyway. So I'm going to put, well, that much mayo. I don't know, maybe a third of a cup. And then I'm going to put some soy milk in. And I can always add a little more to make it more like ranch dressing. And then here with the ranch, I'm going to put in, oh, there's 1 teaspoon. I'll try that first. That was like a heavy teaspoon. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up and see what the consistency is like and see what else it needs. So this is an on-off switch and it's called an Emson Slim Mixer Supreme. And I don't use this very often. And I'm sure the battery in here is old. I may have to replace it. But it's still mixing. But I know the battery's probably a couple years old anyway. So this is actually really nice for mixing salad dressings. But I'm just playing around. And my bread is rising nicely in the bread machine. So that consistency is good. So let me give this a taste. It's good, but it needs a little something. So I'm going to put more of this. I'll put another teaspoon in. And mix some more. That's my bread machine beeping back there. And hopefully it'll make a nice bread. So let me try it again. I think it needs a little more mayo. So I'm going to put another tablespoon of mayo. And this is how I cook. I mean, you know, you got to cook according to your taste because even recipes aren't always to your taste. So even a recipe you're not crazy about, you might like it if you change some of the ingredients. So I'm going to add some pepper. And I think a little bit more of this. All right, let's see if that's good. Well, it's cute anyway. I'm having fun. All right, well, I'm going to play around with this, add a little of this and a little of that, and see how it works out. But I think this will do for a ranch dressing. All right, I'll be back later with something else. Okay, I'm back. All right, it needs a little bit more salt. So I'm going to add a little bit of this garlic salt. I also added a little tiny bit of sugar, like half a teaspoon. And I'm going to add some onion powder and garlic powder, because I put that in almost everything because I like it. So, okay, the sugar, it was a little too tart before, so the sugar kind of took that away. And here I have some ground up dill seed. So I'm going to add a little bit of that. And I'll try that again. All right, I have here a little squirt bottle that I think I got from the Dollar Tree. And the ranch dressing is pretty good. It will certainly satisfy my taste for ranch dressing. Now, if I had had sour cream, it would be a little thicker, but that's all right. For a salad, it's fine. So, I did add the other spices that I showed you, and that's kind of to your taste, you know, however you like it. But that did help, and adding the little bit of sugar helped as well. So I'm going to pour this into this bottle now. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. And that'll give me some ranch dressing for a few days, at least to fill up my, or to use up my, oh dear, I think I overfilled it. All right, let me clean up this mess. Homemade ranch. Okay, I got this all mixed up for the sour cream. I'm going to let this sit out and ferment just at room temperature for 24 hours. Stir it up, taste it, and probably another 24 hours. See what happens. This is a first for me. Right now it still tastes sweet. So we'll see. And then I got this whole little container of ranch and a little bit more. So I would have liked to see this a little thicker, but it's okay. It's the first time I've made this. The taste is good, and I'll use it. So there we go. Use what you have. Time for an afternoon tea break. And I'll probably start working on editing this video. All right. Still snowing. Ooh, look at that. That'll be tasty. Fresh out of the oven. Well, I think that should last me a while. It smells good, it looks good. Gotta let it cool off, and then I'll give it a taste. Can't wait. Okay, I can't wait anymore. Just gonna have a snack. Gonna have some of this cream cheese, everything but the bagel, and some of my bread. And this is my favorite part, the crust. So let's see how it turned out. Oh, nice and crunchy. Oh yeah. Very nice. So a little bit of cream cheese. And this will be an awesome snack. Nothing like fresh bread, right? Okay. A little bit of bagel. you go. Delicious. Better than store-bought. Dinner day 40. Okay, let's see what we can use up today. All right, I want to use up these veggie grounds. My salsa disappeared. I think my grandson found them. I'm happy about that. This half of an avocado. I still have this apple and spice salsa. I can use that. I'm going to make a quesadilla. I have this cheese stuff that I made a long time ago. I don't even remember what I put in it. The ranch dressing I made today. Let's see in here. This isn't exactly Mexican cheese, but if I sprinkle the other cheese on there, I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use a couple tortillas. All right, let's go make some dinner. All right, well, I have to use up these veggie crumbles. Now, they're already seasoned. They taste good just the way they are. But I'm going to put just a little bit of taco seasoning on. Now, I got this taco seasoning from the Dollar Tree, and it's pretty salty, so I'm just going to put a little bit on. I could make my own, but I'm being lazy, and I want to use that up anyway. So I'd like to get this used up, but I don't want to put on too much. All right, so that should be enough. The rest, maybe I'm going to make a pizza. Maybe tomorrow I'll use the rest for that. I'm going to put a little bit of this Italian style cheese, and I know this isn't Italian, but it'll work out anyway. I want to use this up before it goes bad. I like quesadillas. You guys like quesadillas? That's another food where you can put just about anything on them, and it tastes good. So I'm going to put enough cheese on there so it'll glue it together. And then, since that cheese isn't very spicy, I don't want spicy, but I'm going to add a little bit of this taco seasoning. And this really comes out of here fast. So just a little bit. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of this homemade cheese concoction on here. And like I said, I don't remember how I made it. It was actually a homemade cheese thing gone wrong, and I dried it and blitzed it up, and it actually turned out good. All right, so I'm just going to cover this. Yeah, that's all I need to put on there for now. And then I'm going to cook this on low so everything warms up, and I'm going to put a lid on here. So I'll be back when this is all done. I'm going to make a quick guacamole. I cut up that half of an avocado, and I'm just going to add about a quarter of a teaspoon of lemon pepper to it. And that always gives it a good flavor. And that's all there is to it. Mash it up. I may add just a touch of this taco seasoning to it too, just to give it more of a taco-y taste, since the meat isn't really a taco meat. But that's okay. You can make adjustments. Spices are the key. Alright, so this is all mixed up. I am going to add a little more pepper. And if you like a little heat, add a little Frank's or your favorite hot sauce. For me, pepper is enough. You can also add some cayenne. And you have yourself a quick guacamole. Alright, well, I'm going to wait for this quesadilla to cook and then put it all together. And I'll be back. There we have it, dinner day 40. Lots of things used up from the fridge. Some homemade things on there, like the ranch dressing. And another loaf of bread to get me through another week. Alright, there we have it. Dinner day 40. Nighttime here in Ohio. I'm ready to call it a day, and the snow just keeps on piling up. Alright, my friends, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.